Hey guys, it's Holly. I had a couple questions from my last video, so I wanted to go ahead. Hold on. Okay. Wanted to go ahead and answer those questions. Um, that way I don't get too behind, or. But it also gives me, ideas to do videos. I'm really trying to stay up on it this time. I know I left some of y'all hanging with the lap band videos, with just life getting busy. It's definitely busy, but I'm really, I know that a lot of us have weight loss surgery to be able to get pregnant. So, and our pregnancies probably are a little bit different than people who have not had weight loss surgery. So, it'd be nice just to kind of hear what people are going through, or at least have somebody that you can ask questions to. So, the first question I had is, what am I eating now? I'm basically eating the same things I ate before. I eat a lot of salad, yogurt. I know I mentioned in the video they did take 1cc out. Bread was something that I couldn't eat before. I'm able to eat it now. And so I will have sandwiches now, or like Popeyes or stuff that is kind of bread light that I couldn't have before. But bread tends to fill me up pretty fast. So just to give you an idea, if you know Firehouse, their regular sub is cut in half. I can eat like a half of the half, if that makes sense, and be fine with that. So my eating really hasn't changed a whole lot from before I had surgery. Excuse me. I will say that, or after surgery, not before. I will say that before I never really drank carbonated drinks. But when my stomach would get upset with morning sickness, and everybody says drink ginger ale or Sprite or something. So I have been able to work some carbonation in, but I do not drink like Diet Coke anymore or anything like that. If I have a carbonated drink, it's a Sprite or 7-Up or ginger ale. But as far as specific foods, meats go down a little bit better. I still am not a big red meat eater. I've never been a big red meat eater, even before surgery. So I don't really eat red meat. I have eaten a few hamburgers just because it had been 2 years since I'd had one, and it was something I could eat. But other, as far as sitting down and eating a steak or anything like that, I don't do that. I don't even know if I'm capable of doing that with the lap band, and it hasn't bothered me because, like I said, I'm not really a red meat eater. Food that my body rejects, this is not since I've been pregnant. There's food that I don't really like the smell of, like chicken wings. I don't like the smell of chicken wings, so of course I don't eat them. But the main thing that my body rejects, it's rejected since surgery, is pasta. Before I had the 1cc taken out, I could not eat bread, pasta, or rice. Those were 3 things I could not eat. I can eat a little bit of rice now. I can eat bread, but it does fill me up faster. I still cannot eat pasta. I made spaghetti. After I had my band, the 1cc taken out of my band, I made spaghetti and I threw it for 2 hours. So I still cannot eat pasta, but that's really the only thing that I have found since he's loosened the band that I can't eat. My due date is October. Let me just say this. I have 2 due dates. My first due date is October 4th. My second due date is October 11th. So when people ask me, I just say sometime at the beginning of October. The reason I have 2 due dates is at 6 weeks I was having some spotting, and we went in and did a ultrasound. Well, on the ultrasound, the baby measured 5 weeks, 2 days. But we could see the baby's heartbeat. And the doctor said generally you can't see the baby's heartbeat even on an ultrasound at 5 weeks. So the October 4th due date is the date from my last menstrual cycle. The October 11th due date is what the baby was measuring. I won't have another ultrasound until the beginning of June. And he said then they'll be able to pinpoint a little bit better when the baby will be due. And we'll do the measurements then. I was also asked about trying to have a baby. Surgery was a reason. I did have fertility problems. I have polycystic ovarian syndrome. And, you know, one thing to help conceive is losing weight, but it's hard to lose weight with PCOS. So that was one of the main reasons. Another reason was, and this goes into another question, I was 298 pounds the day I went in for surgery. I was huge. I mean, I was big. And I needed to get healthy. I needed to lose the weight. I don't have the willpower to hit the gym and eat right. You know, I needed something that was going to restrict me. And I felt like at the time, Lap-Band was the right answer for me. I know people have had to have revisions, so it necessarily wasn't for them, but it's been a saving grace for me. When I was heavier, I was doing fertility treatments. We did Clomid, and this was all with my ex-husband. So nothing worked. I stopped trying. I went back to school. I got my degree. We tried. After I graduated, we tried for a year, and then we ended up divorcing. What happened this time around was me and my now husband, he is 38, and we had talked about having children, and he has no children. And we knew that there'd be problems because I had had problems in the past. And you can't just call up a fertility doctor and say, hey, I'm having problems, I need to come and see you. You have to, document that you've been trying for at least 6 months. And that's the way it is in my town. Usually you have to have a referral and you have to document you've been trying. So our thought was I would finish my December pack of birth control, and I was mainly on birth control to regulate my cycles, and for to not get pregnant. Once I got down to about 240, my cycles pretty much regulated themselves. But I did go on birth control after me and my ex-husband divorced. So we decided that I would stop the birth control, and we would get married in June-ish, and then we would have been off the birth control for 6 months. We could start the fertility doctor right away, and we wouldn't have the waiting period. I guess I didn't need the fertility doctor because I took my last pack of pills in December. My cycle started December 28th, and my estimated date of conception was January 11th. So, and I don't regret anything. We knew that we were typically playing with fire, but I had been trying to have a child for 7 years and never even had a scare. So I just kind of thought that we would need the fertility doctor. But I did turn 15 weeks pregnant today. Well, between 14 and 15, depending on how you look at it. And everything's good. And I go back to the doctor May 4th, so I'll definitely let y'all know how that goes. If you have any other questions, let me know. I hope this wasn't boring. But it's really been kind of uneventful. An uneventful pregnancy. Other than the bleeding at 6 weeks, everything's been great. I've had very little morning sickness. I am starting to show now. I've had to go into mostly maternity clothes. There are some things in my closet I could wear, but I'm packing them all up and sending them to storage to get it out of the way. So, any more questions, please let me know, and I hope you guys have a great week. Talk to you later. Bye.